Back in 2018, I did a trial for a gentleman, and it was a hit in the rear, and there was very minimal damage to his car, and the insurance company was only offering $20,000. And he had very serious injuries. And because the property damage was so limited, I didn't even want to show the photographs of the car because there was virtually no damage. And so he talked about how this injury affected his life. And he did have a serious injury. He ended up needing a discectomy. And we showed all of the medical records, and we showed, I think, a video of the surgery itself and animations. And he ended up having a hip surgery and an arthroscopic surgery. And we showed a lot of the parts of the hip, like the labral tear that in the hip, and all of this medical anatomy and demonstratives and medical records. But guess what? At the end of the day, when the jury came back, they said the pain and suffering verdict was 0. And I said, 0? How could that be? And they just said, you know what? We didn't think he was injured that much. But despite that, the jury allowed for $250,000 for his economic damages. And the reason the economic damages resonated with them so much was because this particular individual, he used to work at the airport, and he was in the TSA, the Transportation Safety Administration, which is a federal employee. And so after this injury, they put him on light duty, and he stayed on light duty as long as he could, but then they said, you know what, no more light duty. You either do your job or you don't. And he had to leave. He just couldn't do it physically. So we talked about the fact that this is who he was. He was a transportation safety administrator his whole life. He actually met the Prime Minister of Australia. He met a Supreme Court justice. One time he stopped a gun from getting onto a plane. He was awarded a medal. He was a hero. And because he couldn't do that job anymore, he was relegated to washing cars or sweeping or taking out garbage, and his earnings fell drastically. So we showed his capacity to earn fell and his actual earnings fell. And so the jury really kind of understood that. It resonated with them. Their response to that was much more powerful. So even though they said 0 for the pain and suffering, they said $250,000 just for the lost wages, the past and the future, and the entire insurance policy was only $250,000. So we ended up taking the entire policy against an offer of only $20,000. So that's why it's important to really get to the root of every story and show everything, all of the damages, because you never know what a jury is going to do. And even though there was so much medical evidence, they just didn't like that, and they went for the economics, which is fine because we were able to get everything that was available. So just something that I wanted to share with you, and let us know what you think, and please like and subscribe to our channel and leave us your comments so we could interact with you and help you.